not limiting marriage to a biological man and a biological woman, and not limiting sexual relations to being only within such a marriage, are each at their core defiance of God, who decreed that marriage should be between a man and a woman, and appointed sexual relations in that context alone. Jesus preached only in Israel, a culture which at the time understood well what God's law said about sexual sin, by affirming the law of God as he did. Matthew 5:17. Jesus was confirming everything the Old Testament taught about morality, including sexual sin. The law's condemnation of adultery, sex outside of marriage, incest, homosexuality, bestiality, etc. When Jesus spoke about fornication, see Mark 7:21-23 as being evil, he was therefore including all of these things. He also spoke of God's intent that marriage be between one man and one woman, Matthew 19 verses 4 and 5. 1 Corinthians 7:2 says, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. And Hebrews 13:4 says, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. We see in the Bible how God killed 24,000 Israelites in a plague due to Israel's fornication and idolatry, which the Moabites had seduced them to in Numbers chapter 25. These Israelites gave in to the enticements of heathen idolatry and the fornication which accompanied that. God thus made an example out of them to purify Israel, and to remind them and to teach all of us that being in his favor and inheriting his promises are not unconditional, have absolutely nothing to do with the promotion and or prosperity of harlotry, nor practice anything in the sexual realm outside of the God of the Bible's permitted boundaries in relation to sexual practice. 1 Corinthians 6:18, flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 3-5, for this is the will of God, even your sanctification or holiness, that ye should abstain from fornication, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor, not in the lust of concupiscence, that is, forbidden desire, even as the Gentiles which know not God. This also applies to not being seduced by lustful advertising and corrupt entertainment. Proverbs chapter 6 verses 23-25, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids.